guys, welcome back to my channel. Simone here. Today I'm going to be doing a bonus video and this is going to be an unhaul. Basically, I was talking to Charlie and Emily the other day. They have both done unhauls and Nicole from A Beautiful Chaos of Books did an unhaul, and I just felt like I needed to do one as well. There are some books on my shelf that, although I liked them at the time or I wanted to read them at the time, I either haven't gotten to them or I'm just less excited about now, and I'm getting to the point now where I have so many books I want to read that I don't want to be reading books that I'm just not really excited about. They don't spark joy. So I have a good pile of books that I'm going to unhaul. So yeah, I'm going to show you them today. So the first book that I'm planning on unhauling is Crossstitch by Diana Gabaldon, which is also known as Outlander. This is a book that I've had on my shelf for ages and I keep putting it in TBRs and I've never picked it up yet, and I've just decided that I'm probably not going to. I think this is one of those series that is kind of hyped on BookTube and I'm just not that interested. It basically follows a woman named Claire Randall in 1945 who steps through a stone circle in the Highlands and ends up in 1743, and then it's about that. Now I love historical fiction, I do, but I don't think that this is going to be for me. I've heard people compare this a lot to The Bronze Horseman in terms of the problematic side to it, and I hated The Bronze Horseman, so I just don't think I'm going to enjoy this one very much, so I've decided I'm going to get rid of it. Next up, I do have some series, like ends of series and stuff in this pile, so some of them are going to be out of order just because I haven't bothered to get them together, sorry about that. So the next one is Eclipse from the Twilight series by Stephanie Meyer. I have decided, I've already read these once before and I was rereading them, but I've just decided not to continue on the reread. I think I only reread the first one. I've read them, like I said, and I don't love them, and so I like them, don't get me wrong, but I don't love them, and I just think I have other books that I would like to read more than rereading a series that was okay to me. Then I'm going to get rid of Pretties by Scott Westerfeld. I read Uglies, I think it was either last year or this year, and I did enjoy it, but I'm not that interested in continuing the series, so I decided to get rid of this one too. Next up we have The Assassin by Clive Cussler and Justin Scott. This is about number 16 in the series anyway, but this is about Isaac Bell, who is a detective of some kind, but this just, I don't know, this doesn't really call out to me, so yeah, I've decided not to read this one anymore. Then we have Royal Road to Fotheringay by Jean Plaidy. I think this is about like Mary Queen of Scots or something. I don't really know. I know that Julie from The Hungry Bookworm is collecting these, so Julie, if you haven't got this one, let me know because I can send it to you, that's fine. Other than that, yeah, it's not really one that's the top of my list anyway. Next up is The Godfather by Marion Keys, not sure how you say that. I was really interested in reading this initially because I know this is obviously a massive classic, and the TV series or TV show, is it a movie? I think it's movies. But I don't really like reading about the mafia and the mob and that kind of thing, so I'm like, this is probably not going to do it for me, so yeah, I'm going to get rid of this one as well. Next up we have New Moon by Stephanie Meyer. Again, I'm not reading the Twilight series anymore. I then have Young Blood by Meg Cabot, which is the fourth book in the Mediator series. I read the first one. Again, I read that, I think it was the beginning of this year, and I did really enjoy it, but again, I'm not going to reread the series, again, because now I've decided not to continue and reread the series again, because again, there are other books I'd like to read more than rereading a book that I thought was okay. Next up is The Horse and His Boy by C.S. Lewis. This is one of the Chronicles of Narnia. I have read all these before, but again, this is not one of the ones that I would like to particularly reread rather than read other books that are on my shelf. Next up I have The Last Star by Rick Yancey, which is the final book in the Fifth Wave trilogy. I again have read the Fifth Wave. I personally didn't love it that much. I thought it was okay. I didn't find it the best. So again, I've decided not to continue on with the series. Then we have Love is a Four-Letter Word by Claire Kalman. I feel like I've talked about this a couple of times on my channel, maybe on like bookshelf tours before, but I've had this probably the longest of out most of the books on my shelf. I've probably had this for about 10 years easily, maybe even longer, before I went to university even, and I just haven't picked it up, and it's about sex, and that's fine, but like, it's not calling to me, so I'm probably not going to read it. Then I have Breaking Dawn by Stephanie Meyer. Again, I'm not reading the Twilight series. Next up I have two Jackie Collins books. The first one is Vendetta Lucky's Revenge, and the second one is Hollywood Kids. These two are books that I have read before and I really enjoyed them. I do really like Jackie Collins, but I just don't think that these are books that I'm really excited to read anymore. They're not really my type of thing anymore, so yeah, I'm going to be giving them on to somebody else who will love them more than I will. Next up is The List by Joanna Ballori. I actually read this, the first chapter of this, in my Try a Chapter tag. I believe it was in November, just before my Vlogmas, and although I enjoyed the first chapter and it made me laugh, it's very sexy and very kind of chick-litty, I guess. I don't really know how to explain it. It's just not really my thing anymore. I just, like I said, I like chick lit, but I like more less sexual chick lit, should we say that? I enjoy like the kind of like cute chick lit rather than the kind of raunchy one. So yeah, this is not really my thing anymore, so I'm going to get rid of it. So before I got rid, the other one I mentioned was number 4 in the Mediator series, and I also have 2, 3 and 5 here. Number 2 is High Stakes, number 3 is Mean Spirits, and number 5 is Grave Doubts. And again, I'm going to get rid of all these because yeah, I've just decided against the series for now. Then I'm also going to be getting rid of Carrie by Stephen King. This is a book that I've already read, and this was a duplicate copy. I've already got one. This is the second copy, so I've decided I'm going to unhaul this one. Next up I have The Infinite Sea by Rick Yancey. This is the second book in the Fifth Wave trilogy, and again I'm not going to continue with the series because I didn't think the first one was that great. Next up is Forget You by Jennifer Eccles. I read a Jennifer Eccles book last year, I can't remember what it was called, but I did enjoy it actually, but this one doesn't really call out to me. Again, it's that kind of like sexy chick-litty type thing, and also this book is like really badly water damaged, so I don't really want to keep it on my shelves, so yeah, not going to read this one either. I then have The Silver Chair by C.S. Lewis, another one in the Chronicles of Narnia series. Again, I've already read this previously and I've just decided not to keep my copy of it. I then have Specials by Scott Westerfeld. This is the final book in the Uglies trilogy, and again, like I said a minute ago, I'm not going to continue on with the series. Then I have one I'm not sure whether I should keep or not, so I'd like to hear your opinion on whether I should try to give it a go. It is Rebel of the Sands by Alwyn Hamilton. I've had this on my shelf for ages and I just haven't picked it up yet, and I'm just wondering, do you guys think it's worth giving it a go? Because like I said, it's been on my shelf for ages and it hasn't ever called out to me, but if you think it's worth it, I will give it a go, so let me know in the comments down below. I then have a Jacqueline Wilson book that again I've already read, so I've decided not to keep my copy of it, and that is Best Friends by Jacqueline Wilson. I love Jacqueline Wilson's books and I actually really like this book, but yeah, like I said, I've read it before and I don't plan on reading it again anytime soon, and if I did, I'd just get it from the library. Oh, and then I have the final and 6th book in the Mediator series, which is Heaven Sent. Again, not continuing on. I've already read this before. And I have another one that I'm a bit like, should I read it, should I not? I love Marion Keys as an author, I think she's great, but again, this is one I've had on my shelf for a while and I just haven't picked it up, so like I said, let me know if you think I should give it another go. This one is Sushi for Beginners by Marion Keys. I think Marion Keys is amazing. I think this is about a magazine editor. It's kind of like a romantic comedy, chick-lit-y type thing, and I love Marion Keys, so I would like to know. This is probably the one I'm most like inclined to keep. So yeah, do let me know what you think in the comments down below. Next up is a book that I was really excited to read when I bought it. However, I've read another book by this author since then and I really didn't get on with it, so I don't think I'm going to keep this. There's about 5 in this unhaul that I would like your comments on whether you think I should read it or not. This one is White Teeth by Zadie Smith. I think this one is a kind of like generational book, and it's a fictional, well, I think it's a fictional debut, so this is Zadie Smith's debut novel. It's a beautiful cover and I would like to read it, but like I said, I did not get on with her other book, which was NW, it's just called NW, I can't remember now, but yeah, I didn't like that one, so yeah, let me know, do you think I should read this one and give it a go? Another one that I'd like more decisions on and that one is Queen of the Tilling by Erika Johansen. I'm interested in this one. This is a kind of YA fantasy book and I am excited to read more of that genre, but I don't know if this is the one, so like I said, let me know what you think. Then we have Cat and Mouse by James Patterson, which you might all be shocked by because it's in the Alex Cross series. However, I did the age-old thing of booktubers or like bookish people in general, and I bought a book from the internet and then realised when I got it back that I already owned a different copy of it. So I decided to unhaul this one because the other copy is, I don't know, nicer, I guess. This one's a bit battered, so yeah. Annoyingly, I paid money for this and I didn't need to because I already owned it. Next up is Moving Target by Ross Kemp. This is a kidnap, kind of drugs, cartel, colonel, special forces kind of book, and although I would love to read Ross Kemp's books, I love Ross Kemp in general, I just don't think this is really my type of thing, so I'm just gonna give it away. Next up is Woman of God by James Patterson and Maxine Petro. My dad read this and he said it wasn't the best James Patterson book, and this one is about like the Pope and the Catholic Church and stuff, and it's not really my thing, I don't think. I am not particularly interested in it, so I've decided I have many other James Patterson books to read, so this is not really the one that's top of my list. Next up we have Tightrope by Simone Mauer. Oh, I'm not sure how you say that. This is a spy novel set around the Cold War, I believe, and it's kind of a political book like that. It's not really my type of thing, and I was going to give it a go and see what I think, but again, there are so many other books I want to read. Now at this point I'm just like, I'm not going to keep trying books that I just don't think are going to be for me, so yeah, not going to read this one. Then we have a kind of Christmassy chicklet book. This one is Fairy Tale of New York by Miranda Dickinson. Again, this is that sort of romantic comedy type book, so Emily, if you want this, let me know because I will bring it with me when I come see you. Yeah, I don't know about this one though. Then I have 3 left. I have 2 autobiographies here by famous ladies, and I'm just not really into biographies unless they're like true crime or that kind of thing. So the first one I have is It Just Me by Miranda Hart. I love Miranda Hart, I do, but I'm just not sure that reading her book is going to make me love her even more, so I'm gonna unhaul this. And then I have Confessions of a Good Girl by Andrea McLean. Again, I love Andrea McLean, she's wonderful and I love her, but I just don't think this book is really going to be one that I want to read, so yeah, I'm going to unhaul this one as well. And then the final book that I want to unhaul is Flashback by Dan Simmons. This is a, I believe, kind of futuristic book set in 2036, and it's about like apocalyptic type thing, I think, but it's not, I don't know, it's such a big book and it's such like I really rarely read hardbacks, and unless I'm like really wanting to read the specific book, I'm just not going to pick this up, so I'm going to get rid of this one. Again, this is one on my shelf for ages and I just haven't got to it, so another one that I'm going to unhaul. So there you have it guys, those are the books that I'm going to be unhauling this time. Let me know in the comments down below. I'll give you the 4 again. So it was The Queen of the Tearling, Sushi for Beginners, White Teeth and The Rebel of the Sands. Any of those 4, do you think I should read them? Do you think I should unhaul them? I will take your word for those. I would like to do my video shout out this time. Today I want to shout out Nicole from A Beautiful Chaos of Books. I obviously talk about Nicole a lot, but I did really want to do a specific shout out for her because she is such a wonderful person. I watch literally every single one of her videos. I never miss one. I think she's wonderful and I just really want to spread the love. I think that she's done really well for, she did the mental health-a-thon in May, which was an amazing thing that she did, an amazing achievement, and I read some really great books during that time, and I just want to support her and I want you all to support her as well. So yeah, go and send her some love, go and watch her videos if you haven't already, and subscribe to her channel. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and let me know in the comments down below, like I said, which of those books you think I should read or unhaul. If you're not really sure, let me know, because I'm not sure. And I will see you in the next video for another one. Bye bye guys.